Computer. All right, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Good. We're at
Great.
our monthly meeting here, and we've got a guest. We try to do a guest car club uh, once a month during our meetings at the beginning of the month to talk about their club. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But before we get started here, Marie, she is from Marie Wyckoff from the VW Club, correct?
VDUP Hub of Northern Nevada.
Freedom Hub of Northern Nevada. Okay. So we'd like her to talk a little bit about her club, how long it's been in existence, things like that, and then her contact info, and then I'll follow up with a question for Rich. So Marie, you've got it.
Okay, well, my name's Marie Wyckoff, and we have the VDUP Hub of Northern Nevada. Andy is not with me today right now, but he's also a co-chair with me. We have, and it's just Volkswagens. So it could be everyday, brand new, daily driver, classic cars, Volkswagens. And so we have all of them. Everyone, doesn't matter the year. You can come into the club. And so I hate being put on the spot. So this drives me nuts. So we have about 529 members. I just looked at it right
Wow.
before we,
How
yeah.
big are how
So
big are you guys? What are you expand to?
Northern Nevada.
Just
Um,
Northern Nevada?
that's Northern Nevada.
Wow. I didn't,
And so I was just looking at some, I'm just going through, I'm scrolling through, and I think there may be a couple from Southern Nevada that I need to interview them a little bit more. But otherwise, that's 529 Volkswagen
that's
members in Northern
amazing.
Nevada. I know it's crazy how it has grown. And so we've also got, there's other clubs that have joined us. There's Slow Go-ins, there's Euros, there's other clubs that they've jumped on to our club because they like how we work. We're all inclusive, we don't judge, and we just love, if you're from Northern Nevada and you've got a Volkswagen, I don't care what year, because my daily driver is an '08 and my bug is a '69. So yeah, we just want everyone to join and have a great time, all included.
Do you guys
But
have do you have any old ones like in the 50s in your club, you
we
know?
do, we do. We got some nice ones, the oval backs and the split windows and
Oh,
so forth.
beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
Oh,
And
God, yeah.
so, yeah, we always try to bring them in, and some of them are done really well, painted really well. We had one Tony Rose that we sent. I think his was a '59, and we sent his off for their showing and so forth. So it's just, it's nice having all of them around. They're gorgeous. I'm jealous. I
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
'69, and when I started looking at the '50s, I'm like, oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, yeah. Have
I
you
kind
ever
of
been
drove
down to
over them.
that Buggerama they used to have in Sacramento?
Well, the timing is always off for me. So, but I know what it is. The guy that works on our car, Anton, he goes down there quite a bit, and that's how he met. So the guy that actually works on that originally built my car knows him because he raced there at Buggerama, and that's how I found out about Anton.
So let me
Because
tell you about that real quick. They are no
sure,
longer in existence.
the Buggerama.
The Buggerama got pulled. Last year was the first year it got pulled. They're probably going to put houses in on that drag strip. So, how would you like to set it up and have it at Reno Fernley? Something to think about. It's a big event.
And I know that they moved something else. I know that they did something else this year also to try to compensate for it.
Yeah, I'm not
But
sure it
that's
was
a
that
good idea.
popular. But
Yeah,
I go every year, and I go for the racing. I like the racing, and
they're pretty cool. Yeah, I just had my
amazing
bug
how
worked
fast
on.
they can go.
Oh yeah. I
So
was I was going 80 with mine today.
you might talk to your lead down there and see if he wants to move it to Reno Fernley. It might be a fun event up here. Just a
They,
thought.
it is a thought, yeah, because I just had some work done on it, and they told me that your everything is built for a racing car in my car, but it's breaking. And
Yeah.
so I just had some things replaced on it. So, but I would like to race.
Oh
It could
yeah,
be
yeah.
fun.
It's a lot of fun. So how
Yeah.
long's the club been in existence? Do you know?
August of 2020,
Okay.
and Marnie helped me start that up, right, Kevin?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Marnie and I really started it. I've got Andy on board still. So, but yeah, it was August of 2020 during
Wow.
COVID.
That's pretty fast growing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
we've got, there's, you know what, the VW crowd out there is amazing. Everyone just knocks on everyone's doors and they just want to join in. So yeah, VWs are pretty wholesome. You know,
Yeah,
everyone wants to be a part of it.
sure. Now, do you put on events or car shows or and such?
We do. So we had a show back in June, which was pretty successful. Our next one will be June 8th this year coming up. So I put out the save the date, and I think the coalition also has that. And we're doing a cruise on the 20th down to Bowers Mansion, and thankfully it survived the fire.
Yeah.
So I'm just we had to postpone it for a little bit because we weren't quite as sure what was going to happen with the fire.
Yeah,
So we're just trying to rally everyone that can come in and just have fun. I know there's some other, I think there's a VW camping event that's going on that weekend also. So we're trying to juggle all that. So we'll see what the population is, but it's always fun. And then we do cars and VWs and coffee from time to time also. And we have our place is the Swill over on Lakeside.
okay, great. Now, do you have regular meetings for your club or?
No, we don't. I think
Yeah.
what we do is it's more about doing the cars and the V-dubs and coffee when we get together. And so it generally starts in the spring. And so it'll help lead up to our show. And where the volunteers, we have some regular volunteers that have showed up and they're always want to be there and be a part of it. So, but yeah, we don't do regular meetings. We kind of keep it, you know, VW hippie style.
Okay. Are there any other highlights or anything you'd like to add?
Let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and join the museum auto membership also to
Oh,
do
okay.
something there.
I didn't.
Do you know what I'm
what's
talking
that
about? Well, it's right here. It's the car club membership for the automobile museum. So they have an opportunity for us, you know, you pay a certain amount and then you get a free passes or whatever. So we may look into doing that
Right.
also.
Good,
Yeah.
good. And so if anybody wants to be part of the VW hub or maybe come to some of your social events, how do they contact you?
Facebook, just do it that way. It's pretty easy. Just go to VW Hub, Northern Nevada on Facebook, and on there you can reach out to us and get onto the messaging and so forth if you need to reach out to me directly, and I will respond to you.
Perfect, perfect. Well, appreciate that. For the rest of you listening to Marie here, we do this once a month at the beginning of our regular meeting, and we do it just for the wintertime because we know in the summertime it gets really busy. So if you wanted to participate and promote your club, contact Rich. Rich, you want to give him your contact info?
My email address is Rich, R-I-C-H, Strout, S-T-R-O-U-T, the number 4 at gmail.com.
Okay, great. All right, let's move on to the rest of the thing. Did you guys all get the Eventbrite contract?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, that took me forever to try to go through this thing.
Are we recording still?
One of the things, do you have any questions or any?
Are we recording still? Or do you want to record this?
Yeah, it's okay. I think we're
Okay.
good. The thing that I had a concern on was item number 9. If you got it in front of you, if you don't, the concern was from the date that we signed this contract, we have 90 days. Then the contract goes effective. And my concern was in 90 days, that'll be the January date. Are we all ready to do our online registration in January? I mean, I hope so, but that was my concern with that item number 9.
The last time we spoke, we wanted to try to do it the first part of December.
But yeah, right, which means we got to have Eventbrite all brought up in line and registration and all that. I mean, can we do that? And if we think we can, that's fine.
Well, there's no penalty if we're late, right? If we don't make it December
Sorry,
1st,
guys.
if we make it January 1st, it's not gonna kill us.
What's the, okay.
Well, I think we were trying to, what'd you say, Alan?
I didn't see it because you send them late in the day. I don't think you sent it till 6 o'clock this morning.
No, he sent it
Yeah.
long, days before.
Nice try, buddy.
But when you say 90 days, what's the 90 days again?
Well, let me see if I can pull it up, go back here. It's so small reading. It says, get the water out of my eyes. Section of the agreement, affiliated agreement, organizer fails to begin the listing tickets or registrations on the Eventbrite system within 90 days of the effective date, which is the 18th of this month, unless otherwise agreed by parties in writing. So basically what that says, we sign, you guys give me the authorization, I sign it, it goes effective the 18th, and by January 18th, we got to be selling tickets online.
I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Since we were gonna, when we talked last, Kevin thought that we should, and I don't have a problem with it either, is the first part of December, start selling those tickets.
And how hard do you think it's going to be to get all organized with the Eventbrite program part? I mean, you know, we signed the contract, and I'm not sure what the next thing is. Is it hands-on getting us up and running?
It sounded like to me that when he did the demo that we start the process and if we need help, we contact them. I thought. Now, am I wrong in what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah,
That's what I understand. That's what I understand too.
Yes.
Now, getting in there and playing with it, you know, I don't know. Like I said, we haven't played with it, so I don't know. But I would think it wouldn't be that hard to do, especially after working with the Scout Show website crap that I had to do.
They did say one thing in there that I don't know if I got it or not. If we had another,
I said the Scout Show was more difficult than I think what Eventbrite would be.
Oh, okay.
there was something else in this thing that I saw that if we had another system in place to put a show on, which we do, which is the judging, we have to run it by them and get their approval of it. I think I read something about that.
Yeah, if they don't know what we're doing on the side, they don't have to know anything.
Okay.
Oh. Which,
But
okay, I'm not sure where you're going with that, but I got to thinking about this, you know, we can go and do this Eventbrite up to, we'll pick a date sometime in April or maybe early May to make it a deadline. That when we get t-shirts done and that'll be it. We'll get all the placards done and all of that stuff. Then the day of the show, I think that we don't use Eventbrite other than looking it up that morning if we need to for any information from the pre-registers. But the day of the show, I think that we should go ahead and use the Square to swipe credit cards if we get credit cards that day. I'm assuming we will, although I have to say with the Scout Show, I only had 2 this last year, strangely enough. But, you know, you're going to get cash, you're going to get checks. But if we use the Square and then it goes straight into our bank account, we're not paying all those fees.
Yeah, I think that's what it said here. It said point of sale, there's no percentage fee, but there's $1, I think is what it said, flat fee.
A flat fee if you use Eventbrite.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is not to use Eventbrite the day of the show.
Oh, I see.
Just type in either we could scan it with the Square thingy or type it in the computer or your phone.
So we would use Eventbrite
Just for the
up
pre-register.
until the deadline
That's what I was
of
thinking.
online registrations. Once we hit that deadline, then it becomes the day of the show.
So see what happens there too is that if we use the Square the day of the show, we're not paying all of those fees to Eventbrite. We're just paying the $1 something to the Square.
Yeah, I think
Versus the 2.9 and the 3.5 plus the $1 plus
Yeah.
Whatever the thing was, yeah,
So I think it was 3.5 face value and then plus $1.60.
yeah,
And
Plus-
then there was that 2.9 processing fee
right? And then an extra buck for the day of the show.
a day of, yeah.
But if you just use the square the day of the show, you're only paying $1.30. Period. And that'll go straight into our bank account. I would say have two computers, one computer that's gonna take in the same day registration thing, so you'll have your database, well, I'll just say I'll have a database of 600 people, and then whoever shows up, I can copy and paste right into the database, and then somebody can be there to take the cash, the check, or we can type in a credit card into the Square account, and it'll go straight to into the other thing. And then have another computer sitting there, just open to Eventbrite if we need to go back and look at it for reference.
Okay.
That's okay. That's my take. You guys can decide. I guess I'm trying to save us a little money.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Everybody okay?
Yep.
And everybody okay with the fees and everything?
Yeah.
Well, I think the fees are fine. He definitely put in what he told us during that meeting. I double checked that, so because I wrote them down. So he did that right. So yeah, I'm okay with the fees. I guess you guys need to come up with what you really want to charge for the pre-registers and the day of the show.
Yeah.
You have to decide that still. You haven't really decided that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably something we'll talk off camera on. But yeah, we should handle that right away. So going back, do you want me to go ahead and sign this thing and get it going on the 18th?
I have no problem.
I think we shouldn't delay on getting anything moving forward with this show.
Okay.
You know, I'm still not sure what the 90 days, what it means is that within 90 days, we need to start selling tickets.
That's what they said. And I don't know if I read there was a penalty if you don't do that or not.
I don't think that would be a problem. I think within 90 days, we'll have everything in place to where people can get on there, because that's January.
That'd be January 18th. So
Yeah, January. It's after the first year, the holidays are done, and people are going to start looking forward to the car shows. And with the amount of people on Coalition page, I think we'll get people right away.
So direct this at you, Kevin. If we need your cousin and or the girl between now and then, if we get stuck on something, do you think we can line that up and have them have access to them?
Brian told me, yeah, anytime we needed him, let him know.
Okay.
Excellent.
Just want to be sure. He's done this a few years now with this thing. How many?
Yeah, they were all jazzed about it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He said any information or anytime he needed to come online, let him know. So yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay, perfect. Because I think we want to be sure we're covered with him.
Oh yeah, but as far as like Vicky was talking about, this guy said he'd help us anytime, any issues we have, and I actually feel really confident that Vicky, she knows her stuff and she'll get this done.
Yeah.
She'll get us rolling. So I have no concerns at all.
Okay.
how much did I pay you to say that? I don't remember giving you a dollar amount. Well, I'll do my best I can.
So that your group will wind up, or your cousin or whatever he is, will wind up putting the fence in to limit the distance that anybody can sign in to vote, right?
Yeah, the voting thing, yeah. Thomas is working on,
Yeah, that's not anybody's cousin. That's just a guy that out of Carson City here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and he's,
Rich, I think you were on the line. It was Kevin's cousin that went through Eventbrite, kind of showed us how he.
That's right. That's right.
Don't show what he did down in Petaluma.
Yeah, the American Graffiti Salute. He does that show down there, and they use Eventbrite. And I've been talking to him about it the last couple of years, Rich, and he's all jazz. He thinks it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I just a little confused, sorry.
Yeah. All right, well, with everybody's approval, I'll go ahead and sign that thing.
Yep.
Tim,
Do
you
it.
okay? Okay.
I'm
All right.
good.
Okay, I'll have it signed the day before the stuff. Well, I'll do it the 18th. So, all right, that's really all I have on that. Alan and Tim, you guys went and met with somebody in
Jim?
the Chevy Club?
Yes. Al's got his notes handy.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you do. I saw him.
Yeah, we went to pick Jim's brain. Jim Hutcherson. He's pretty much the one that put the show on the last time, it was actually 2 years ago. They didn't do it this year or last year. So there was a 2-year gap before we start this thing up next year. But I had some questions for him. I'll just start here. We talked about cash sponsors. One of the questions I asked him, we have a list of cash sponsors, and I asked him, because they're one of their big ones was Chevrolet, and I said, well, did you go talk to the Ford dealership, or the Chrysler? Oh no, because somebody told him that, and he doesn't remember who. Somebody told him that they didn't want to piss anybody off, so they weren't going to ask other manufacturers. I'm like, well, that makes no sense.
No, not at all.
So I said, what we need to do is we need to have somebody go into Chevrolet, because whoever that may be, Rory wants him and I to do it, to go after the cash sponsors.
Vicky says no.
Yeah, Vicky says no, because she wants us to just oversee everything, which I kind of agree with that, but sometimes you got to step in to take charge. But just go in and ask the guy, you've helped us out in the past. We appreciate your past support. Would you be willing to help us again this year? Yes. I have a question for you. Would you be offended if we went and asked the Ford dealership?
Oh, they're going to say no. I'm not offended.
Yeah. But you want to ask, because now that's bug's been put in our ear.
Yeah.
So that's a direction we want to go with that for cash sponsors.
So I got a question with that, Alan, real quick. Did Jim volunteer to actually do that? So
Jim didn't volunteer to do anything except help us out a little bit.
So he wouldn't go get sponsors for us?
He didn't say he wouldn't, but I didn't ask him if he would.
See, we're back to why I think we have clubs to go out and do this.
Right.
I totally agree with you, Vicky.
That's something we'll bring up. We'll bring up who's doing what at the planning meeting.
And will he be at that one or no?
Yes, that's the one we're going to go to the park afterwards.
Okay.
He kind of said that he was tired, and that's why he was backing away from this whole thing anyway.
That's
He
fine.
was tired because he was the one doing all the work.
So the
You
thing
only have to do one thing, get sponsors.
God. All right, let me say something. Al was talking about him and Rory going out there and doing the cash donations, and he thinks that we should do that. The coalition. And I'm saying no, the coalition shouldn't do that. That's one of the tasks of one of the clubs to do. And he says, well, what if they don't do it? We give them a deadline. If we don't see them, if they sign up for it on Sunday, then they can start going out and doing their thing. If they don't get anything by January, then we know they're not a player. Then we go out as a coalition and start doing it. That gives us enough time to go out and do it.
Well,
And that's not just for the cash donations, it's for the auction items, the trophy sponsors.
everything.
If these clubs are not doing it, we give them a deadline sometime in January, maybe the end of January, I don't know. And if they don't do the job, they don't get paid. That's one. And then we'll either find another club that's interested, or we just go out and do it ourselves. So that's Vicky's thing.
Well, the deal is that they're supposed to be on this meeting once a month that we're on, and we dedicate. I don't know if our meetings moving forward until May are going to be all about the summer salute, but certainly part of it can be.
We should always have a part of a meeting for the car show every month.
Yeah, yeah. And then those guys, the peoples that we're collecting names to on Sunday are going to be the heads for their group. And there's the one that needs to be on that meeting.
And they need to be going out there and doing it. If they do not provide money to the coalition on any level, trophy sponsorships, if we don't have actual auction items in hand, if we don't have cash donorships, then, or vendors, then they're not doing their job and they do not get paid. And then we got to regroup and go out and do it ourselves or whatever.
Well, here's another thing. That guy that's going to build a website for us, Alan.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a coalition website, or is that going to be part of it for the summer coalition website with maybe a summer salute tag to it?
I think we need to, yeah, I think we need to have it as a coalition. That way we have a website and we can put in there that, you know, when they go in there, any car shows or any activities that we do, like the meetings that we do up at the auto museum and stuff like that, there'll be an area in their events that they can click on and say, oh, well, they, you know, they got the summer salute, they got the meet and greet or whatever we're doing, you see.
Well, we could maybe, as in addition to the monthly meetings that we want these heads of the, you know, the volunteers, we could have, once that website's up, we could have a communication area in there. So if somebody goes and does something between the November meeting and the December meeting, they can go in there and communicate, you know, on an email, for example. So we can check that between the meetings. You know, maybe somebody's gone out and got a sponsorship and wants to let us know. So just a thought to, you know, as a way of communicating between our meetings.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to sit down with Chris this week and, Tim and I can meet with Chris this week and just have a little chat about what direction we need to go and how fast it could be done.
If he could get that done before our next meeting, that'd be cool.
I have an idea, and I thought I should probably talk to Kevin Baxter about, which most of you guys don't even know who that is. He put together the website for the Scout Show. And I'm wondering if he can just switch it over. Because it's already there.
Well, if he's got all the whatever the verbiage is that you have for those websites, you probably can.
I think I'll go,
You mean
I
I
think-
can switch it over?
you sure?
I don't know if I can. I mean, I don't know,
Yeah, but you don't have
I'm
time.
like Kevin does.
Oh yeah, you built an house.
No, I'm the one that updated everything in there for this year. That's why I say it wasn't easy to
So
do.
let me ask you a question. Could you possibly change the
I don't know.
front picture and
Yeah, I
all
can
that,
change the picture
and the
and
name?
I think I can do all
Okay.
of that.
She's gonna play with that.
No,
But here's the thing with that though, is that people can pay online with that.
Okay,
And we don't want that because we got Eventbrite.
but you can take that out of there. You just,
I don't know if I can take that.
okay,
out.
that's what we need to find out. Okay. If
Right.
it can be easier to change, because we're never gonna use that website again. So
okay.
if we can change it, that would be easier.
Okay.
If we can't, we'll just do a new one.
Maybe we save that for the dogs and the cars and canine.
That, we thought we were gonna put that through the coalition.
We are.
Okay,
Well,
it's gonna be one website.
Well,
We're not gonna do a website for everything we do.
No, it just, you can add tags off that website for other stuff.
Yes.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that because it's, it's a payable website.
We'll see. Okay, let's see what else.
Good luck on that.
Auction items, obviously, we gotta find out. We got lists of that stuff for people to go out once we identify the clubs. Santa Hut. Where's my thing? Santa Hut donated the porta potties and one handicap thing. 4 porta potties and 1 handicap potty for the show. They also gave him trash cans. All we would have to do is supply the bags and have somebody go around and pick up the trash and put it in the trash bin, which they require us to have on site.
Yeah, he said he had a couple of guys in a golf cart, and that was their only job that day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Golf
To
cart.
keep the trash.
That's a good idea.
Where
That's
That's what they do at Cruising the Boulevard. They have golf carts and they run around and empty the trash cans.
And they
Same,
also,
same thing.
right. And somebody on here, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Rory, said something about being able to get a couple of golf carts donated. So we need to check on that. So we have something to do it with. But Rory also has somebody that has a small, a little bit bigger than a golf cart with a flatbed on it, which would be perfect for that. So let's see what else. Oh, security for Friday night. Jeff, the current president, he had told me that they required the Parks and Rec required to have security on site.
Oh,
And Jim says that's not true. You know, it's just a good idea. And I said, well, then did you have a security company? He said, no, we just had some club members stay out there. I said, what'd they do? Just walk around in the dark for 8 hours? And he goes, no, they took their camping trailer.
oh,
I'm like, well, hey, that's perfect.
okay.
when
Where
we
did they put
talk
the
to-
camping trailer?
So when we talk to the, we still need to ask, you know, the county, say, you know, for security reasons and for the convenience of being there first thing in the morning. You know, we have, I think there's like 5 of us
Yeah,
that we're going to drag our trailers out there, you know, mainly so that we have security for the night and we have a place to count the money without being out in the wind.
was that for Mary Lee?
Well, yeah, but Jim's wife was there and she says there's going to be wind.
Yeah,
He goes, there's always wind. So that might be a great thing that's going to come up is for us to be able to stay out there and be ready to go first thing in the morning.
well, I guess we could ask them on Sunday.
Yeah.
Where we parked.
They won't, the ranger probably won't.
Oh, yeah, the ranger won't be there. We'll have to go up there during the week and
Oh,
meet up
that's
with the
right.
ranger.
That's right. You said he wouldn't.
Okay, moving down. Okay, tables and chairs, you know, for all the auction items and things of that nature. And registration. I mean, we need a lot of tables. And I said to Jim, did you rent those? He goes, no, our club has some. And he goes, and I don't see a problem with us using those. And then Tim Hayes says, well, the AACA has some tables and chairs. Maybe we talk to the president next year about that.
You
Yes,
think
the
that the
president is.
Parks and Rec has tables?
Doesn't matter. We got enough.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I have tables and chairs too, if we need extra.
Between us, we'll come up with a bunch. I don't even know how many we have at AACA. We probably have 10 tables,
At least.
you know, plus the chairs. So
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem.
How are you going to drag them from here to there?
They're on a trailer.
Oh, perfect.
They're on a trailer.
Oh, perfect.
We have lots of trucks pulling trailers.
yeah, we have a lot of trucks pulling trailers.
So I could load up all my club stuff and throw it in the back of my truck and then bring it down there and then come back and grab my Mustang.
You don't want to put it in the Mustang?
No.
Just use some bungee cords on the trunk lid.
Yeah.
Put a trailer on the back of that Mustang. That's no problem.
No, maybe the Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll first we got to just figure out about how many we want and always add 2 or 3 just for the heck of it. Parking. You know, I was thinking, you know, we're going to need probably 10 people help just in the parking department once they get in the park. And Jim said that he contacted Hot August Nights and they sent 10 people over to park cars.
Oh, I'll be damned.
So
There, and isn't Hot August Nights in on this?
Yeah, they're supposed to be at the meeting.
There we go.
that's another thing I didn't even think about, but he said that's what he did. We talked about Santa huts. We need to talk to the guy that does the lawns for a couple reasons. He says that you want to make sure they get the lawn cut 3 days before the show, and you want to make sure at least 2 days before the show that they cut off the sprinklers.
Yeah.
But something else he said was for marking for the parking spots. You know, we just use dots. I have a string that's 200 feet long, It's got a knot every 11 feet, and we stretch that out in a straight line. And then we go along wherever there's a knot, we spray.
Yeah,
Right.
we got that demonstration at your house.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And it's a great way to do it. However, Jim says, of course, you know, we've been told things like this before, you can't use paint. The only thing you could use is if it washes off when the sprinklers come on. And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense, because within 2 weeks it's going to be gone anyway.
Well, yeah, because they're going to mow the lawn.
Mow the lawn because the grass is going to grow. So we need to talk to that guy about that. But I don't think that's going to be a problem. But between the sprinklers, the mowing, and the marking, we need to talk to that guy.
Well, what they do is they just use chalk for marking fields, right?
Well, you can use chalk, but I don't have.
Don't you think they have spray chalk?
I don't know.
I bet they do.
Well, all right. I'm going to write that down and I'm going to look into it.
And that would conform to what they want.
I'm sure they make a spray you can put on lawns.
Yeah, I bet they do.
'Cause we
They
used
do,
to
I
use
have
for
it.
Soccer.
Yeah, it's not paint.
Oh man, mine's paint.
No, we used to do that for soccer years ago.
Okay,
Use
I'll
chalk?
check it. I'll check into those things. You know, that way it'll be a lot
Chalk,
easier.
Rich,
What's that?
was it chalk paint?
It
I
was,
just looked up Amazon. They've got testers, which makes all kinds of paint stuff. They've got a spray chalk.
There you go.
See, I already solved the problem.
The
I don't know how
director,
you do it, and you sound like somebody else. It's amazing.
the director saw
Oh, the director solved the problem. Thank you, Tim.
You're quite welcome.
How much is it?
$14.99 for regular size spray can. So I'm sure we could find it cheaper than that and get
Yeah,
a bigger amount.
because we're going to probably need about 5 or 6 cans at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be safe. All right. The other thing he had, and it's not required, is he had REMSA, which is the medical personnel with an ambulance on site for the day. They don't charge anything, but he says, and you're not required, but it's just a good thing to have.
That's a good idea.
yeah.
So, the day of the show, what they did the voting ended at noon, and they did their presentations at 2. We thought there was 3 different things that they gave money to. They only do Honor Flight and Veterans Guest House. And just FYI, I thought they took in, you know, they profited somewhere around $20,000. The last show they did 2 years ago, they gave each of these 2 organizations $14,000 a piece.
Wow.
Oh,
Crap.
That's awesome.
That's almost 30 grand above and beyond expenses. So
Wow.
yeah, it's a good deal thing.
He also said they started parking cars at 6 a.m.
Yeah, he
And
got
what
there.
time's the show start?
Oh, we didn't ask that.
We didn't ask what time it started.
2
Yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Why ask something that basic, huh?
or maybe 9.
Well, if they're going to do it at 2, do awards at 2, I would guesstimate 9 or 10 would be the start of the actual show.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't matter what time we start the show, as long as we know that we let everybody know that we will be parking cars early, because if we're going to have 400 plus cars, it's going to take a while to get them parked.
Yeah, it is.
And we got to
How many did he have? Did he say he had 10 guys parking?
He said he had 10 people, I think, that came over from Hot August Nights. And that's to park cars. We're going to need people stationed in different areas. Like there's a back gate. Somebody has to be at the back gate.
Yep.
Because it has to be open, but you can't be letting people in. They got to go around to the front gate. We're going to need people standing on the dirt road. Once you come in, remember when we came in, before we got to the parking lot where we parked, before that there was another parking lot.
Yeah.
That's where they got to turn in to get onto the grass. At the back of that parking lot is a gate down by a split rail fence.
Right.
that's where they come in. And then you got to have people posted out there. And he gave us one example, and this is where I love this guy. This guy came in and just turned left after he got inside. They told him, go just follow direction to that guy. The guy went past and we just turned left out in the middle of the field and went out and parked. He goes, this is where I want to park. So Jim went over there and says, well, you can, one of two things. You can move it, or I'll move it.
Can move it or what?
Or he'll move it. Jim.
Oh,
He says,
I'll
I'll
have
have a
it
tow
towed.
truck. I'll have a tow truck come and take it away. You know,
why do you like him?
I love it because I'm sick and tired of these guys coming to car shows and like, I'm not going to do it your way. I'm going to do it my way. No, that's
Yeah.
not how it works. You know, you've been to enough car shows, you know, and you always have that one asshole.
Is it? Well, you know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or two. What was he? Who was the other one?
Keith.
Keith. Yeah. Keith was another one. You know,
No.
oh, and Brian. So anyway, what else, Timmy? You think anything else I forgot?
No, that's pretty much it. He did say, the trophies.
Oh yeah, he gosh, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. I had him send me this picture, Kevin. There's a Marine Corps vet that makes the trophies for the show. This might be hard to see. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
You're
there you
good.
go.
Back there.
That looks good.
Put it back
That's
up
good
again.
now.
Yeah. I see.
Put it back up.
It's up.
I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing Rich.
I see it.
Right there.
I see it.
Hang on a minute.
Hang on a second.
Might be better. It's too much.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Looking at this and on this is different. What I'll do is I'll send this to you guys, you know, and I mean, it's just another idea because I know that Kevin wanted to design some different trophies for it, and that's great too. But this is what they handed out the last time. I don't know if we want to do what they did last time. I don't, you know, maybe we just want to make it different.
That's a good point.
So,
That is a good point.
and I don't know what he charges. He was going to give me the contact information for the guy so I can ask him how much he charges. And you can't see on that, but there's a spot at the bottom where you can add the plaque for the sponsorship and the class and all that stuff. So there's room for a little plaque on there.
It's got little things at the bottom that you can either stand it freestanding or you can hang it on a wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Hey,
got
Al, hey, Al, can you text me a picture of that?
for you, I'd go to the ends of the earth, brother.
Oh my God.
You never say that to me.
It's pretty deep sometimes.
I
isn't
wouldn't.
it?
No, you always call me HA. AH.
I do not. Let's see.
Hey guys, it's Marie. I'm still on here.
Hey,
So,
Rick.
hi. Hey, so are you talking about replicating the summer salute or what I'm trying to figure out what all this is right now that you're talking
Yeah,
about.
we're talking about Summer Salute.
And where is that held?
And do you know what's happened with Summer Salute, Marie?
Is that the one that's at San Rafael? Or
Yes.
is that the one? Okay. And what date are we looking at for that?
Well, so let me bring you up to speed in about 2 seconds here. The
Okay.
Chevy Club put it on for years. They didn't put it on
Yes.
for what, couple years now, Kevin?
Yeah.
And then they asked our coalition group to come and help. And then Alan went over to a couple meetings. Ended up that they wanted us to take it over completely, which we said yes. So that's what this is about.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, I was
Marie,
catching up.
Marie,
Sorry.
I know you have your event this weekend, but the meeting that we're having with the coalition is to get all the groups together at the Automobile Museum on the 20th between 1 and 3 to try to get clubs together who want to be involved and be a part of this.
Dang it. Bad timing. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Because I definitely want to be a part of it.
Okay, so there is a list.
Maybe I'll.
I could probably, you know what, Marie, I can scan this list that Vicky put together
Okay,
and get it over to you or email, and then you'll have it. If you can't, you got an event on Sunday?
we do. It's a cruise, but maybe I can get back early. And
Well,
it's
if you can't, I'll have it to your email tomorrow.
okay.
And
You
you'll
know,
see the
that'd be
list
good.
of what volunteers we're needing to put this show on.
I think
Yeah, I
And
mean, we definitely
Maria,
will be.
it was supposed to be on the 13th, but there was a political event that happened, and we were
Oh.
forced to change it to 20th, and this recently happened.
Okay, yeah, so that threw me off right there. So, okay.
Yeah.
Let me talk to Andy and see what we can do. 1 to 3, I maybe be able to, it starts at 1.
Yeah. It's in the
Okay.
theater.
Okay,
So I think I need to add cleanup to that list too, so keep that in mind.
I'll write it down. Also, Vic, we're probably going to add that. Can't remember what it was. Number 6, I think it was the number for the vet. We'll probably have the vet be back and want to talk for a few minutes after the video.
Oh,
So-
are you talking about the presentation itself?
Yeah, the presentation. Remember, we removed it because everybody was on that honor flight.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah, we'll probably have to. I don't know. I'll have to ask Rory and see if will he be back before? No.
No, he won't be back for another week and a half.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, just clean up to this.
Oh, Mary Lee did that presentation. I didn't do it.
Yeah, she's going to add it back in, but I got to find out from Rory if he wants somebody over there. There it is.
He's awake. It's only 4:00.
so, when it comes to the meeting on, Sunday, do one of our club members need to be there to present the date for our show for next year? Or do you guys have it in the books already?
What we're doing, Marie, on that is we also have a pre-planning meeting at the museum on November 7th.
Oh,
Is that when it is? Okay,
The 10th?
The 10th.
Oh, 10th? Okay, my bad. On the
November 10th. And I'm out of the
Okay.
country. I'm out of the country. Yeah, okay.
But you can have somebody stand in for you if you need to.
Yeah, let's see
Yeah.
if I can get Andy there. But if you could just put it on your calendar, June 8th is our car club show.
Okay, Rich is writing that down, I think.
Dad, we need a flyer for that so I could promote it as well for the 10th.
Yeah, I'll have Marilee's working on it now.
So the 10th is going to be at the museum again
Yeah,
at 1 o'clock.
yeah, 1 to 3,
It's November or December? I'm sorry. 10th.
November.
November 10th.
And then we'll have the final one like we did last year. I think it may be at Nova Townstone. I haven't confirmed that yet, but I think that Sean wanted to have it at his place.
That'd be February.
That'd be February, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the VDub Hub has already had their save the date out for a few months now. So that's June 8th.
Okay.
Is that Sunday, Marie?
Yes.
Okay, what else we got? Anything?
If I'm gonna try to get somebody for the next meeting to present their club, I want to.
Sorry, guys, sorry.
That we're on for, the 11th, November 11th. That is Veterans Day. That's why I'm asking.
On for our coalition meeting, you mean?
Yeah, this regular meeting.
Yeah, yeah. I planned the pre-planning meeting so we could have this meeting to talk about the day before if there's anything we need to do. But if we want to move that to the next day, maybe Tuesday, if everybody's okay with that, I can do that. Yeah,
I'm
Same
good.
time?
Yeah, I'm good.
Tuesday, you mean?
6 o'clock?
Okay. I'll move it on November to Tuesday. And we kind of follow up with how the pre-planning went?
That's the 12th, November 12th.
Okay.
And do you guys send invites out to all the card club presidents like myself for these meetings, or is it just in general that you guys do it within yourselves? Just
No, it's open to kind of anybody. We don't have emails for everybody we've got over 2,000 members now.
right.
So we don't send it out to everybody. A couple of them have been closed meetings, have been just board. The coalition is now an LLC, so we have a board and all that good stuff that we created last year. So some of the stuff we've been talking about has been just for the coalition. So it hasn't been open, but things like this where we want to promote other clubs and stuff, we record them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, so the invitation, if I can at least get those in the emails, or at least get an email.
I got you on there. Yeah. You mean to come to
Sometimes
the
I don't.
meetings, you mean?
Yeah, there's been some months where I didn't get those, and if I'm not around, at least I can get it over to Andy and maybe he can join in.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. What else, guys? Gals? Nothing
I think
else?
all set for Sunday.
Are we all done we're all good for Sunday? Oh, when we do the introduction and a little bit about the coalition, then the board of directors introduces themselves. I'm just going to pass the mic to people. Would it be okay if you just mention your club that you're affiliated with so they know what kind of a diverse board we have? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That way they don't think it's just one-sided.
Exactly.
How many people do you expect there on Sunday?
Good question. How many people are you going to have, Marie?
The week before, we were gonna have, or this last weekend, we had about 30 people committed, so I can't guarantee, because I've heard people say, well, I've got something else going this weekend, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thrown off kilter a little bit because I have this thing coming up. So, all right, Andy and I, we'll try to make it there. I don't know, but at least please save the date for us for June 8th.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll scan and send you the list so you at least have that.
Okay.
Nice. Well, then what time are we meeting on Sunday? About 12:15?
Yeah, I figure I'll be up there about noon.
Okay. And
I'll
I'll
get
have
Dennis
Marilee make the adjustment. We'll find out from Rory if any of the vets going to be there and if we need to, I'll make an
I
adjustment.
just sent him a text message asking if anybody from Honor Flight's going to be there.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Then I don't need to.
Dennis, I'll get there as soon as I can. I'm off work at noon. I'm gonna have to fly home and change and then fly there. So I'll
Yeah.
get there as soon as I can.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. And I know Kevin's pulling a 24-hour on this one.
Yeah, I gotta work all night.
So
So one quick question is, so there's the one on Sunday, the 20th, but on November 10th, that's the final informal one? Is that what it is?
That's one of them, Marie.
Okay.
That's one of them for our events for the year. We're gonna have the November 10th will be the events for the year, and then we'll have another one in February.
Okay. All right. Do you have the February date yet?
I
no,
don't think so.
from Sean. From
Okay.
Sean Novatown Stone, see if he wants to.
That'll be there.
I'll be
Okay.
texting him tomorrow anyway, or emailing him, so I'll find out.
Okay. So if we're not there on Sunday, I will have Andy there on November 10th because I can't make it.
Where are you going? Where are you out of town? Where are you going?
I've got an international board meeting. And
Where?
I won't bore you with the specifics. It's in Chicago.
Oh, boring.
That's my home state. And I'm like,
I mean, you're a Bears fan?
I am a Bears and a
But you
Cubs
should be
fan.
happy this year.
Well, I grew up on the farm in the middle of nowhere. So when people ask me like, oh, you're from Chicago, I'm like, no, I'm from a farm in the middle of nowhere.
Where in Illinois are you from?
Do you know where Galesburg is, Rich?
What's the name?
Galesburg?
No,
It's
I used to live in Algonquin.
Algonquin. Where is that?
Crystal Lake and Elgin, it's in between.
Oh, way up north. Okay. No, Galesburg is halfway between the Quad Cities and Peoria.
Okay.
It's on the west side, and then, grew up on corn.
Yeah, I had a son went to Western Illinois.
Went to Western. Yeah, I went to Illinois. Yeah, and I have a lot of friends that went to Western also too. Yeah.
Well, I spent
Good
some time
place.
in Champaign, Illinois.
What's that?
I spent some time in Champaign, Illinois at the Air Force Base.
Or did you? Oh, so that was what's the Air Force Base? No. To remember the name there.
Chanute.
Chinook. Chinook.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, I went to Illinois. U of I. Our whole family did, basically. Anyway.
All right,
Yeah.
guys, well, I'm going to stop recording, and Ray, this will be recorded and posted on the coalition tomorrow.
Wonderful. Thank
So
you.
if anybody you want to share it with anybody, you can just pull it and share it. So,
Rory says there'll probably be 2 guys from Honor Flight there.
so Adam,
There's going to be John Yuspa, Yuspa. John is just Jon.
oh, Jon.
Yeah. And the other guy is Jim Forbus, Forbus.
I know Jim, he's a good guy.
And that's from the Honor Flight.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis, also, I contacted Donna Doss from Quilts of Valor, so she's aware of the date change. So I don't know if we want to talk to her to the side to see how we want to work that out for the event as well. So I don't know if you want to talk to her first before we get upstage so she can announce it, or what you want to do with that.
Good question. Do you want her to have the mic?
I was kind of thinking that, but we need to figure out how we want to go about that because she needs specifics on who she's doing quilts for. So I don't know how we're going to go about that.
What do you
Rory
have?
had a couple of suggestions, but he's
Let
not
her
here.
talk to Jim Forbus.
Yeah.
Would that be before the meeting then?
Before the meeting, yeah.
Okay. Well, just remind me in case I don't want to forget.
Yeah, that's kind of important, especially if we want to follow through with that.
Okay. And what was her name?
Donna Doss.
Okay. All right. All right. Got a lot of stuff. Okay.
One question, after you turn this off, I got a question.
Okay. I'll go ahead and stop recording. You want everybody to be on, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Okay. We will stop recording and post this up tomorrow. Yeah.